Hey, welcome back to myKC Live. Thanks to our partners at One Stop Decorating, we're able to take you inside the pages of designKC magazine.
That's right, and we took a trip to Overland Park to go inside one of the incredible homes featured in the most recent issue. Check it out.
We're out here today getting a look at this beautiful renovated home here in Overland Park that hits the perfect balance between modern and traditional. We're gonna head inside and check out some of the cool features in this home. Let's take a look. As you step inside, the entryway really sets the tone, with library molding, added trim details that carry throughout the house, and a large new window that allows for a lot of natural light. Now, right off the entryway is the dining room, and it has got a lot to love. From a ceiling wrapped in Lulu and Georgia wallpaper, the homeowner's signature greenery, and clean lines with character in the trim and ceiling. It sits just beyond a fully stocked bar, tucked away in the hall that lends itself to both function and sophistication. The den offers a tech-free, comforting space filled with lots of natural light and lush greenery. There's a reason why the owner calls this area of the home her plant room. From the artwork and the styling to the reupholstered vintage chairs, this room is a perfect place for a personal retreat. And the kitchen is so inviting with its warm, modern, and efficient feel. New giant windows, functional cabinetry, and a sculptural walnut island that grounds the space. And talk about storage with an in-kitchen pantry and another in the prep kitchen. This area's renovation was both structural and aesthetic, with the designers actually removing a whole wall over here that once divided a small laundry room, creating a space that serves as a prep area, a mudroom, and more. The great room area is one space the designers say they weren't going to touch, but the original stone fireplace just didn't flow well with the rest of the renovation. The new surround with walnut and the same marble used in the kitchen backsplash makes the space feel intentional, and the custom cabinetry has echoes of the reeded detailing from the kitchen's walnut island, creating a space perfect for relaxing by the fire. We're joined now by the creative minds that made that home come to life. Joining us now are co-founder and principal designers of Midwest & Co. Megan Shepard and Janna Coglizer, Blaine Arbuckle from Arbuckle Building Solutions, and of course, designKC Magazine Publisher Keith Sauro. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Glad to be here.
We love having you guys. Okay, this is extra special because the two of you and the homeowner, you guys actually have a pretty special connection. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, we do. We actually, Janna and I met at K-State at college, and Erica, the client, was also a friend of ours there. So we were all sorority sisters. We got to know her pretty well there, and then she actually hired us to do a project at her former house, and then when they moved, had us to do another house. So it's kind of been a fun, ongoing relationship, and
that's very exciting.
And her sisters are also clients, so
it's very fun, very full circle moment there.
Yeah. Well, the house turned out absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
It walks the line between kind of traditional and modern. Were there challenges with that, and how did you approach it initially?
Yeah, the home is in I guess a more established neighborhood, I would say, and they had a lot of more traditional details, how it was originally designed. And the client maybe leans more modern and clean lines, and that's actually like our favorite kind of design is traditional mixed with some modern. I feel like it really, it stands the test of time. Yeah. You can, as trends and your style changes, it can evolve with that. So we really played with the molding and the millwork and played into that, added more of that, but then also brought in like really clean lines and some of the millwork and in the furniture and some of the finishes.
I love that. Now, during this process, is there an element or maybe a room in the house that ended up being your guys' favorite?
it's hard because there's so many great rooms in that home, but the kitchen is really something special. It has a really unique feel to it with the marble that goes all the way up the splash. The horseshoe shape is really unique. It's very functional the way that we laid out the design. There's a lot of beautiful wood tones. Yeah, I think that ended up just being such a showstopper.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a kitchen?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a gathering place.
Oh,
Part of the home.
Yes, and it feels like that.
Now, Blaine, you were actually involved on the building side of this. Can you talk about the collaboration with the designers and then kind of how the end project evolved from start to finish?
Yeah, the project as a whole was really more of a refreshed, right? So we were doing more cosmetic, doing some more millwork, trim work that they had talked about, and really it's just a revamp. And then it kind of turned into, all right, well, if we do this space, this is gonna kind of impact the other space. So we kind of had that conversation on site with the client, and then it turned into pretty much the whole main floor. So
sometimes that's just how it happens. Now, you guys do talk about it in the video a little bit, but you did have to pivot from the original plan in the great room, kind of around the fireplace. What did you guys have to do?
So there was actually 2 fireplaces in the home. So one's in the plant room, which is like has a ton of layers and character. That's actually probably my favorite. And then the great room is on the other side. It connects with the kitchen. I had a pretty fireplace, but it was very rustic, masonry stone. We had already done the other fireplace. Like, this doesn't work. This hasn't done.
Yeah.
So we need to create a more clean line, elevated, an all walnut fireplace, which is really unique.
Ooh.
And yeah, I think it turned out great.
I bet.
Now, Keith, it goes without saying, but like the design talent in Kansas City is off the charts. If anyone wants to see that, all they have to do is open up the pages of one of those magazines.
They absolutely do. And Andrea Dar and Ryan Litz, so Andrea's my editor-in-chief, and Ryan Litz is my art director, who you got to meet last week at the party, which he doesn't always come to town. He lives in Florida. But together, the way they collaborate is absolutely unbelievable. And, you know, we're fortunate that we've become kind of a great conduit for the design space that talented designers and builders, you know, like we have right here.
Literally right here.
Literally right here, come to us with those projects, and it's just a privilege. It really is.
Now, talk to us. How can people get their hands on a copy? Because you've actually got a special offer for some myKC Live viewers in addition to this.
I do, absolutely. So first off, you can pick it up at Barnes & Noble or Books A Million or many of the grocery stores around town if you want to just pick up a copy. But if you want to subscribe, you can go to mydesignKC.com. But for myKC Live viewers, if they type in myKC Live 1, they can get a 1-year subscription for only $15, or a 2-year subscription by typing in myKC Live 2 for $25. So it's almost half off, more than half off in most cases.
Thank you for doing that.
Love it. Yeah, we appreciate you.
No, well, we appreciate all you guys for coming in today, and thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us. It's always cool to get a little insight into where your heads are at with this, and it turned out absolutely fantastic.
It really is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
And remember, like Keith said, if you'd like to learn more about designKC, you can check them out online at mydesignKC.com.